Have you ever stopped to think about what really happens when an elderly person has no one checking in on them? What risks silently build up when no one's there to notice a fall, a forgotten meal, or a missed medication? It's a reality many seniors face, feeling invisible while living alone, sometimes outliving the people who once cared for them. But living alone doesn't have to mean living unsafe or unsupported. In fact, some of the most resilient and independent seniors have found ways to create safety nets. Simple habits and smart changes that help them stay steady, secure, and connected every single day. This video is for anyone who's living solo now or preparing for that stage of life. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, if you want peace of mind knowing you can handle life's surprises, this is for you. We're about to explore 5 proven ways to protect yourself, build confidence, and thrive living alone, so you don't have to wait for a crisis to act. So if you're ready to take control of your safety and independence, hit that like button, subscribe for more helpful tips, and let's jump into the 5 ways every senior living alone can stay safe and secure. Number 1, make daily check-ins a lifeline, not a limitation. Aging gracefully doesn't mean doing everything alone. It means knowing how to stay safe while living on your own terms. One of the most powerful ways older adults can maintain both independence and peace of mind is by having a daily check-in routine. It's not about losing privacy. It's about gaining confidence that someone will notice if something's not quite right. Imagine waking up feeling a little dizzy or slipping on the bathroom tile. Maybe it's nothing, or maybe you need help fast. For seniors living solo, even a small delay in being noticed can turn a minor issue into a major crisis. A simple daily check-in can be the difference between being left in distress and getting timely help. But check-ins don't need to be intrusive or complicated. They can be a quick "I'm up" text message, a missed call as a signal, or simply waving from the window at a specific time. In some neighborhoods, people place a magnet on their front door every morning to signal everything's okay. It's subtle, easy, and remarkably effective. Take the example of Barbara Beskin, a 99-year-old former inventor and occupational therapist from California. She lives independently in a senior community, but uses a smart speaker to check in with her neighbor every morning at 8 o'clock. They have a simple routine. Each says, "Good morning" through the device. If one doesn't hear from the other by 8:15, they follow up. It's not just a safeguard. It's a ritual that starts their day with human connection. Today, technology makes it even easier. Services exist where a missed daily check-in triggers a wellness call or message to a trusted contact. There are apps designed for seniors that send gentle reminders and alerts if no activity is detected. Some even pair users with volunteer check-in partners for friendly daily calls. The real power of this habit lies in its simplicity. It doesn't matter if you're spry at 65 or sharp at 90. It's not about being fragile, it's about being prepared. Setting up a check-in shows foresight, not weakness. It's a quiet declaration that your well-being matters, not just to you, but to those who care about you. And here's the unexpected bonus. These check-ins often blossom into deeper connections. A quick hello turns into a shared laugh or a reminder about lunch plans. It starts with safety but leads to stronger community ties and less loneliness. Something no alarm system can deliver. A check-in isn't a burden, it's a gift to yourself and to the people who love you. By taking a few seconds each day to confirm you're okay, you're not giving up independence. You're making sure you can hold on to it longer with a safety net that's always quietly in place. Number 2, turn your home into a place that protects you. Your home holds your life's memories. The smell of morning coffee in the kitchen, laughter echoing down the hallway, the chair where you read to your grandchildren. It should be a place of comfort and strength, but for too many older adults, it quietly becomes a place of risk. Not because we grow weaker, but because we forget to let our space grow with us. Here's the truth no one talks about enough. Most serious falls don't happen out in the world. They happen right at home. Not on icy sidewalks, but in familiar kitchens. Not crossing the street, but stepping out of the shower. It's not a matter of fear, It's a matter of foresight. Let me tell you about Maggie Griffith, a warm, fiercely independent 79-year-old retired librarian in Columbus, Ohio. She'd lived alone for over 3 decades, surrounded by her beloved books and memories. One quiet afternoon, she stood on a small stool to reach her favorite mug, a gift from her late husband. In a second, she lost her balance. She fell hard, fracturing 2 ribs and bruising her spine. It was 6 hours before help arrived. "I didn't want to change anything in my home," she said, "but after that day I realized my home has to protect me now, not just hold my memories." Fall-proofing isn't about giving up your freedom, it's about preserving it. It's saying, "I deserve to live safely, confidently, and comfortably." That means better lighting in dark corners. It means rugs that don't slip, cords that don't tangle, chairs that help you rise with ease, and shelves that don't make you stretch or strain. These aren't limitations, or they're acts of love toward yourself. Take a slow walk through your home, not as you are now, but as if you were recovering from an illness or helping a friend with mobility issues. What would feel unsafe? What would feel frustrating? What small changes could make a big difference? Even your shoes matter. Walking barefoot or in soft slippers might feel cozy, but they can betray you. A good pair of house shoes with rubber soles and support can feel like an invisible hand keeping you steady. And let's talk about the bathroom, a place where many falls begin. A non-slip mat, a sturdy grab bar, a shower bench. These tools don't take away your independence. They protect it. They say, "I plan to keep living fully, and I'm making sure my environment helps me do that." Some people think fall-proofing is only for when the time comes. But the truth is, the time is now. You don't fireproof your home after a fire. You don't wait for a fall to prepare for one. Fall-proofing is a declaration that your safety matters, your life is valuable, and your home should rise to meet you, not hold you back. So go ahead, make those changes, not because you're afraid of falling, but because you're committed to rising every single day. Number 3, make self-check-ins a lifeline, not a last resort. Have you ever had a feeling that something was off, even if you couldn't explain why? Maybe you woke up feeling unusually tired. Maybe you skipped meals without noticing. Maybe you walked into a room and forgot why you were there. Again, these moments may seem small, but they often carry the early echoes of something more serious. And when you live alone, those quiet signals are too important to ignore. When no one is around to notice subtle changes in your energy, appetite, or memory, the responsibility of catching those signs falls entirely on you. That's not a burden. It's a form of power. You are your first responder. Listening to your body, noticing when something shifts, and keeping track of what feels normal and what doesn't can give you a critical head start if something begins to go wrong. Take Thomas Lewis, an 84-year-old retired engineer from Arizona. For months, he laughed off his forgetfulness, misplacing keys, leaving groceries out, forgetting why he went to the store. It wasn't until his daughter visited and found expired food and unpaid bills that anyone realized something wasn't right. Thomas was eventually diagnosed with mild cognitive impairment. The good news? Because they caught it early, he still lives at home with support, safe, prepared, and empowered. But if no one had noticed those early warning signs, his story could have ended very differently. That's why a regular self-check-in can be a lifesaver. Each week, carve out just 10 minutes to ask yourself a few honest questions. Did I sleep well this week? Did I eat regularly and feel satisfied? Did I feel clear-headed and focused? Was I unusually tired, anxious, or sad? Did anything feel off physically? Dizziness, pain, or changes in weight? Write it down or say it out loud. If something's changing, you'll see the trend before it becomes a problem. If journaling isn't your style, consider using a voice memo on your phone or even a checklist posted on your fridge. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Think of it as a personal health dashboard, one that gives you real insight into how you're really doing week to week. Have you ever wished someone could look out for you the way you look out for others? That someone can be you. You don't need anyone's permission to prioritize your well-being. You have the right, and the ability to take your health into your own hands with a steady eye and a compassionate heart. And here's the most powerful part. The more you check in with yourself, the more confident you'll feel. You'll build trust in your own instincts. You'll stop fearing the unknown because you're already paying attention. This kind of self-awareness isn't just smart, it's liberating. It keeps you safer, stronger, and more in control of the life you've worked so hard to build. Living alone doesn't mean living at risk. It means learning to listen, not just to the world around you, but to the quiet voice within you that says, I know myself. I've got this. Number 4, design a home that cares for you. Imagine waking up in a home that doesn't challenge you, but supports you. Every room, every light switch, every drawer designed to help you move through your day with ease, not hesitation. Now imagine the opposite, a home where every step feels like a risk. One slippery rug, one poorly lit hallway, one unreachable shelf. That's all it takes for a regular morning to turn into a crisis. Too often, we assume that big events, fires, burglaries, serious illnesses, are the biggest threats to aging alone. But in reality, it's the quiet, everyday hazards that cause the most harm. A slightly uneven tile, a towel stored too high, a lamp that flickers just enough to make the hallway dark. These aren't just annoyances. They're obstacles that quietly wear down your safety and independence. Consider the story of Irene Wallace, an 80-year-old artist from Portland, Oregon. She lived alone, fiercely independent and proud of it. Her home was filled with color and charm, but also with hidden hazards. One morning, rushing to answer a phone call, she tripped over a loose floor mat near her studio. She hit her shoulder hard and couldn't get up for nearly an hour. It wasn't the fall that scared me, she later said. It was realizing how easy it was to ignore the little things that could have prevented it. To avoid becoming a story like Irene's, start by reassessing your space. Clear your walkways of anything that might catch your foot or snag your balance. Cords, scatter rugs, or low furniture. Look at your home as if you were a guest seeing it for the first time. Would someone with limited mobility feel safe here? If not, it's time to make changes. Lower shelves, lighten heavy items, and relocate frequently used objects to where you don't have to stretch, climb, or stoop to get them. Use easy open containers and tools with soft grips. Install soft close drawers that won't stick, and make sure chairs are stable and the right height for sitting and standing safely. Lighting is your silent ally. Make sure staircases, hallways, and entryways are well lit, not just during the day, but especially at night. Add motion sensor lights or plug-in night lights in bathrooms and kitchens. The goal isn't to flood your home with brightness, but to remove uncertainty from your steps. Accessibility also means thinking ahead. Keep a phone or emergency device in more than one room. A smartwatch, pendant, or even a smart speaker can connect you to help if you can't reach the phone. This isn't planning for weakness, it's preparing for strength in any situation. It's choosing to protect the life you've built. Bathrooms are the most common spot for dangerous falls, but also one of the easiest to improve. Install sturdy, professionally mounted grab bars by the toilet and in the shower. Use a non-slip mat inside and outside the tub. A bath bench can be a game changer if standing feels unsteady. These upgrades may not seem glamorous, but they are powerful acts of care and of courage. Imagine a home that grows with you instead of leaving you behind. A home that lifts the burden of worry so you can focus on the things that matter. Reading on the porch, baking with your grandkids, painting, dancing, gardening, laughing, living. Because making your space safer isn't about preparing for the worst. It's about protecting your right to stay strong, stay proud, and stay home on your own terms in your own way. Number 5, building a life that feels connected, not just occupied. Loneliness doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it tiptoes in dressed as routine. One quiet morning turns into a quiet week, and suddenly the silence becomes normal. When you live alone, especially in your later years, it's easy to confuse solitude with peace until it starts to feel heavy. You may be safe, healthy, even busy, but without connection, life can feel hollow around the edges. This kind of emotional disconnection isn't about having no one around. It's about not feeling noticed, valued, or needed. And that disconnection, if left unaddressed, can erode mental health, impact memory, and dim your sense of purpose. You might be eating well, staying safe, even keeping busy, but inside something feels missing. Take Marilyn James, a 79-year-old former nurse in Vermont. After her husband passed, she stayed active in her garden and read every day, but the days felt long and strangely empty. "I used to be someone's priority," she said. "Now I'm just passing time." That feeling of becoming invisible is far more dangerous than we often admit, and for many it creeps in quietly, disguised as just another quiet day. But connection can be rekindled, even in small, powerful ways. You don't need a crowd, you need a few steady anchors. It could be a phone call every Tuesday with your cousin, a quick wave to your neighbor each morning, or sending a birthday card to your grandchild. These acts remind both you and others that you still belong. And it's not just about receiving attention, it's about giving it. Volunteering, mentoring, offering your wisdom. These are ways to contribute that also keep you rooted. Even from home you can help. Reading stories to kids online, knitting hats for newborns, or simply commenting in an online community where your voice matters. Don't underestimate the power of routine social habits. A morning coffee chat over the phone, a monthly book club, or even a twice-a-week walk with a friend can change everything. Connection doesn't need to be constant, it needs to be consistent. If technology feels intimidating, ask a family member or a neighbor to help set up a tablet or smart speaker. Today, it's easier than ever to join a virtual game night, attend a faith service via live stream, or even join a choir over Zoom. And yes, there are spaces just for older adults where you're not an afterthought, you're the focus. Pets can also play a huge role in emotional health. A gentle cat or dog brings companionship and structure and a reason to wake up and move each day. Even a low-maintenance pet like a fish can offer comfort and calm. These living connections offer a quiet but meaningful sense of companionship. Social connection isn't a luxury, it's your lifeline. Just like you brush your teeth or take your medications, your emotional wellness needs care. Staying emotionally engaged protects your brain, boosts your mood, and quite literally helps you live longer. And here's the truth. You don't need to be the most social person in the room. You just need to reach out and allow others to reach back. You deserve to be seen. You deserve to feel needed. And you're not just surviving these years, you're still living them. And that means there's still time for joy, purpose, and belonging. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, living alone as you get older doesn't mean you have to face challenges on your own. With a few simple changes and habits, you can protect your independence and live with confidence and peace of mind. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss more ways to stay safe and empowered. Got your own tips or stories about living safely alone? Drop them in the comments. Let's build a community where we support and learn from each other. Stay safe, stay strong, and remember, your independence is worth protecting. See you in the next video.